clock, and it's not a bad position for Rated boys to be in. They've got all 4 up at the moment, so Acro's just waiting around. That's 2 down for each team. Acro just waiting around to pull this flag. He wants to try and secure the kills before he does. But Rated's boys in a good position now, 0-0. I'm probably edging my bets towards them now.
Yeah, I've got to completely agree. Obviously, their strategy was just pull that flag and stalemate for as long as possible. And to stalemate for that long as they did, as efficiently as they did, was just absolutely fantastic play. And they actually managed to get the 3-lit flag carrier down twice as well. So they are really, really playing very well indeed. And currently on board with Acro there, who does get dropped by a very top art. And 3-lit, they must be panicking a little bit because they know now it is going to be up to them on the bad side to just do exactly what Rated boys have done and just grab that flag and either go for a flag cap, which is obviously quite difficult on the hard side rather of lockdown, or just try and stalemate and hope for a stopwatch. But currently on board with John, who knows someone is trying to pull that flag, and he's just going to take his time to reload. And I'm not sure where he's gone. He may well by Jen, so we'll hop straight on board with him as he makes his way top art. Looks like he may be going for a B corridor. Yeah, he's going through corridor, so an interesting route. Obviously, time is up the essence, 23 seconds left. He does pick off a nice Semtex kill, and Jen needs to cap this. Oh, I thought that was an enemy.
3 down for a moment there, and the flag has gone in. If they're in a position, they could relay this, and they could sacrifice something from this half, but it doesn't look like anyone's in an advanced position to do so. 8 seconds on the clock. They're never going to cut the flag from here. They needed to be on that relay there. There was just no aggression for them. They got 3 down. They should have just then been pushing straight to the opposition's team's flag. They knew the flag was going to go in. They should have been on that relay. 2-0 looks a lot better than 1-0 going into the half. They can defend 2-0 a lot easier.
Now the pressure is going to be very much on 3-lit as we will change team, and it is literally going to be up to them now to see if they can get a stalemate. I can't see them being overly aggressive because the problem is, especially for the bad side, if you are overly aggressive and you do get picked off, the spawn trap on this good side is just so lethal that you know, obviously, Rated boys, they're going to know it, obviously. They're going to be very, very good indeed. They're going to implement that spawn trap to the maximum that they can possibly do. So by being aggressive now where 3-lit are the sort of position that they're in, they could well give away like 2 or 3 flag caps, which is not what they're going to want to do. Like you say, a 1-0 lead is just not the best to try and be defending.
But they are defending it at the moment. They're picking up some big kills at important times. I just want, on the breakout there, they did go for 3 SMGs, did Rated's boys. Rated's now switched back to his trusted AR. We did see him put in some work on Saturday with his AR on this map, and he did manage to pick up, I think it was 33 kills on this map. So he is well accustomed to using his AR on this map, and he does enjoy it. As he does get that knife in top height, and he's going to go for the flag pull, just as he should. It doesn't matter whether you're an SMG player or not. Pull the flags.
Yep. Interesting route, though. He's decided to go church. Not really sure. You very rarely see a flag pull go through church, but obviously
I think the reason for that was Bay had previously pushed through church to try and get someone off of Ivy, but Rated had already put in the work there on that player. He gets the turn on Neo. In there from Rated. But yes, Bay did, as John does take down Rated in the end. George is going to pick up the kill on John. They still might get this flag out here. Bay really doesn't help the cause there. Yeah, Bay did push that church side, so he forced their spawn back into bottom art. So Rated then thought, well, if they're going to be spawning bottom art, I don't want to be pulling that through top corridor or into mannequins, so I'm going to be pushing that through church. The only thing it left them to do, though, is it was quite easy for 3-lit to overextend on that mannequin side, which has meant that, as you can see, they're in great difficulty in getting that flag in, and it did get turned there by Jen. So they need to get set back up here. Raiders boys, they're not in a great position at the moment. They've got people all around their flag. They were just trying to scrap that flag away. So they need to get set back up, make sure that they can get the cuts and then go for this flag pull.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 minutes 41 left on the clock. And obviously there is only one flag in this semi-final. And coming on board with Obey, who is going to come into contact and gets panic knifed by Jen. A huge knife by Jen back of flag. And flag has been pulled. So 3-lit, although they were supposed to be playing a little bit more defensive, obviously they do only have that one flag cap lead. Just seems like they're playing a lot more aggressive than I originally thought. But we'll hop on board now with George, who is on this blue card, decides to flank around. And it just seems, I don't know about you, but I just personally don't think they have enough map control. I mean, Rated boys, they just need to be controlling the map a lot better than they are doing right now.
Yeah, definitely. They haven't really had anybody solidly in top long at all throughout this game. Obviously, if you haven't got top long, then the opposition's SMGs are going to be able to get towards your flag a lot easier. And then now, are they going 3 ARs now, Rateds boys? James did just have an AR. He has used an SMG as Rateds pulled out an SMG. So they've switched roles, and just as they do that, Rated picks up 2 huge kills and is going to be able to advance in this
Going
long.
at the third as well.
Picks up
Huge
the 3
play.
piece. So Rated is pushing the flag like mad. 1 minute 37. They know they need to put in work. Rated's going to push for the spawn kills as James does pick up the flag now. He does pick up John. John picks up a Bay who is supporting the flag carrier. They need to make sure they've got this overextend as Acro does take down the flag carrier, James, and that was returned. So he was in a great position to clutch that for his team. Rated not going for the flag. He knows there's one Ivy. So he's playing very, very clever here, but his team are looking like they're in a little bit of trouble. They're 1-0 down. We didn't think Freelit were going to be able to hold this, but the best form of defence is obviously attackers being very aggressive on Rated's boys' flag, and they've managed to keep this at 0-0 so far.
Yeah, very impressive play coming from Freelit. As we say that, though, Obey has pulled this flag. He's running a corridor, so we'll get on board with him straight away. Turns, throws that stun, and I think he is going to get this flag cap. Does get stunned massively. You can see some of the Freelit players going for the wallbang, but Rated with very smart play indeed. Knifed his teammate, picked up the flag, and got the cap himself. So just a very, very intelligent play. Obviously, he didn't want everyone getting wallbang, but flag has been stolen, and George is going to have to try and retrieve that as he goes. Where has the flag carrier actually gone? It looks like he's on courtyard, and George is going to choke the kill. Pulled out his pistol and actually
that was
going to choke.
That was a massive kill there by George. He really needed to pick that up, and it does look like we're going to be going into a stopwatch, unless Rated can get away with this flag, but it does get shut down by John. Yeah, it does look like it's going to be a stopwatch. I didn't expect that at all, as Obey does try to pull the flag again, and John shuts him down once again. That flag has been pulled in a bit of vain, I do believe. George is going to shut that down easy.
George in a bit of trouble. Freelit could grab that flag, I think. They've got someone near it, but no, obviously time is of the essence and has ended, so it's going to get to stopwatch. So, to honest, I think Freelit are going to take this now. I don't know about yourself, but just considering how well they managed to defend on that side, I just can't see Rated boys breaking through that defence.
Momentum is definitely with Freelit at the moment, and that is what's key. If you've got momentum in the game, then you are going to obviously push forward. And by momentum, I do not mean Momo. I mean the actual perpetual force that is momentum. Yeah, it's huge. If you've got momentum on your side and you've got belief in your team and yourself, then you're going to be winning games. You're going to be winning gunfights as well. A lot of the time, if you don't think you're going to win a gunfight, you will not win a gunfight. It is as simple as that. So if they believe that they're going to win the gunfight, then 9 times out of 10 they will. A lot of these players have got the ability now. So it's quite an easy job for them. As long as they've got the momentum, got the belief in themselves and their team, they will do it. Interesting point to bring up. Freelit, when I spoke to them after they did fail in the final on Saturday, they said what pulled them through after being 3-0 down in that final was amazing teamwork. And basically the momentum, when that shifted, they were all together. They were talking to each other constantly. So they know what it's all about. They like to get on each other's cases, make sure that everyone's upbeat in the game and talking, and we'll see if this is the way that they're going to try and take this map. I think we'll go on board with Delta again, which is going to be Freelit. Who do you want to go on board with?
I'm going to be quite interested to see how Acro's going to do, because he looks like he's going to go for that same push through Church, and obviously we saw him do this last time, and he's going to come into contact with Rated, who takes him down with a huge knife. So it looks like, and John gets dropped. It looks like Rated boys are going to be a lot more aggressive on this bad side. It looks like they may just try and get a really, really early flag pull, or maybe just a stalemate and waste as much time as possible. Obviously, Freelit now are on the good side of lockdown as we got on board with Neo, who just could not make that kill and got dropped by Obey, who was right behind him, but flag has been pulled right now, and it's Jem with the flag, so we'll get on board with him and see which way he's going, as he just looks as if he does come into a bit of trouble at Manny's. Knows someone is right outside, but he just needs a bit of support from his teammates. He's been stunned and shot from absolutely everywhere. And I'd be amazed if Jen can get out of this sticky situation. You can see he's already damaged. Got a guy to his left and a guy in that top art window. But his teammate is in support. But you just see Jen just dancing around. And finally makes his move as Acro takes down Obey, who was in that top art. And I can see him capping this right now. 3 minutes, 52 flag goes in. So it's achievable time to beat, but like I say, with Freelit's defence, I can't see Raid boys beating that.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough for them. They were obviously on the good side, so it's a lot easier for them to make kills and get the cut-offs. But it's going to be tough. 3 minutes 52, you said. So, yeah, it's going to be difficult.
It's going to be very difficult indeed. I mean, we just saw how efficient 3-Lit were on that defensive side. But